And something tells me that vampires aren't the type to go through official channels.
Yeah.
They just kind of take what they want.
Load times will be a little bit longer just because I didn't have space for this game on my SSD. I need to get a bigger SSD because mine is full right now. So we're just loading this off of my regular 7200 RPM disc. Brianna's leaving.
Until next time.
Have a good shift.
Yep.
I have to go to work.
We will bring death upon our enemies in your absence.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You need actual humans living there to be able to turn them into zombies later. So it's a place that you can live, but much like almost.
In which case, we need to embrace those tourism videos.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
All the states are doing nowadays.
I thank you for your offer of immortality, sir.
Sylvania, if
But
the air
I shall
smells
forgo
funny,
the
it's you.
flat kiss for now. I'm
All right,
useful
so
to
here we are,
alive,
and I'll show you where we are
for
on the
there is much to
campaign
be
map
done.
in case you don't
Temple
know.
of Interloper
Oh, yeah,
has
it's
fled
gonna make
back
me
to his
scroll
fortress,
around and look at-
Drakenhof is secure. But
So these are the guys we
Kruger
start
has
at war
retreated
with,
to
the
Castle
Templehof
Tempelhof.
vampires.
Fortress
It's
he
basically a
wrongly
cleanup
claims as his own.
operation so that we can get our
It will
first
take some
province.
effort to
They're
wrench
weak.
them out.
So we'll deal with them quickly. This is Schwarzhofen.
Passage to the west is
They're
blocked
also
by the
vampires.
Dark
They start
Lords
out
of
friendly with
Schwarzhofen,
us,
sir.
and we might
They have
maintain an
Kruger
alliance
with
with them to
Van
begin
Kruger
with, but
in the
eventually
past, and
I
no
just
doubt
like to
watch
conquer
your
them
struggle
because
against
they're.
him keenly.
It's much better to have this region for ourselves than to let our allies.
Our
control
first
it.
target is to clean up our own house.
Yeah, and then here are
The
these
dwarves
Zufbar
control the mountain
dwarves.
passes to the south.
They're a little bit
They are
uppity,
no friends of your
but
kind, and will strike
as
out at
long
you
as
if allowed.
we have a sizable army around, they're probably not going to attack us.
Until we attack them.
One thing, though, that is a little bit different about Warhammer. All right, as
Van
soon as I get
Kruger is
control of the
nothing more
interface
than a
back, I'll show you what I'm
feeble
talking
lich.
about.
A necromancer that needs bringing to heel.
Yeah.
You must advance against Tempelhof. Seize his
Okay.
possessions.
So
and
it's going to
turn the
make me
dead
advance against
their former
Tempelhof.
master.
I'm going to stop in time that I can actually recruit some more units.
Excellent. The enemy scries your movements. The necromancer will no
Yep.
doubt be
Cool.
Your forces are depleted by
Right, so it's going to ask me to recruit
How
some
come
more.
every evil bad guy has a blind in one eye, like
Yeah. Zombies.
insidious old advisor?
I don't use zombies much because they are just such cheap, expendable garbage infantry, so I'm going to build some skeleton
your army
warriors.
must remain in play. Drakenhof has suffered
Okay,
in
and now it's going to
absence,
teach me how to
sire.
upgrade buildings.
But now von Carstein inhabits its hall.
So one of the
Provide
really
more
nice
room
things
for the
about
dead
that
to
I will
rest, and you
we
will
can't
gain
build it
more
right now,
souls to
but
resurrect. See
where
that
is it?
The necessary expansion is made.
vampires get a building chain called the Gibbet, which gives you income and public order, which is really nice. I guess it kind of makes sense because the undead usually aren't going to have issues with discontent and rebellion, but that is a really nice option to be able to generate both of those resources from one building chain, because like when I'm playing as Empire, I'm always trying to decide, okay, should I build more
Excellent.
income buildings? Do I need
Construction
more
will
public
begin
order?
immediately.
Should I build more growth buildings? Vampires
Seek
have
ways
one
to
less
further even
thing to
your
worry about
vast
in that
knowledge
regard.
of the dark arts.
I'm definitely going to
But
start
your
with the
most
Lamian Book
devious
of
minions
Blood, I think. Yeah, because this is the one that gives you
improving your
campaign
methods.
bonuses to income and stuff like that. So I usually start with that one. The Bestiary boosts your bestial units like Vargeists, Bats, all that stuff. I'll try to
It's kind of all about customizing your
pause on
playstyle.
each of these long enough that you guys can screenshot this and put it on the wiki if you want. Book of Archon is skeletons and Graveguard upgrades, and also zombies. I think just general humanoid undead is what this focuses on. And then the Liber Necronomica gives you bonuses to like ghouls, crypt horrors, and also like some general things like campaign movement range. And also your wraiths are upgraded by this chain. But I usually start with the campaign focused one.
In time, the
Just because
knowledge
chaos
they
is
gain
coming
will
and we
surely
want to build up
be
our infrastructure
My
as
lord,
much as we can
there
before
is
they
nothing
get
more
here.
you can do now.
They don't care that we're
Let us
dead, they
await
still
your
want to make us
enemy's
more dead.
next move.
Okay. So the next turn will be the next real turn in which I can actually
mostly dead.
show you some things. These guys are being dumb and coming to
Van
fight us
Kruger
outside
knows
the
his
range of
position
their
is weak
castle.
And has sent out an army to...
Okay. So is it gonna let me... Oh, we got a quest. Okay, so this is where we're situated. Sylvania is right here. These are the human lands of the Empire. You got Kislev up here. This is where Chaos will spawn. Right now, this is mostly inhabited by independent Norscan tribes, but what will happen when Chaos shows up is they're gonna, like, move across this area and vassalize all of these little Norscan tribes, which will turn into their little attack dogs. You've got Bretonia down in this area, Estalia and Tilia, which are human neutral nations, border princes, and then the orcs are down here, and the dwarfs are kind of situated up in the mountains. One thing that is significant is that there are settlements and holds in this game. As vampires and also Empire, you can only take settlements, and then dwarves and orcs can only take holds. So we can't actually, like, conquer Zufbar, but we could go in and, like, wreck these and just make them ruins. But we can't actually spread out to every part of the map like you could in previous Total War
Can't hold
games.
them.
I hunt.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead
Destroy
and
them.
crush this guy's army here. We'll fight the battle.
Why not?
I'm gonna try to fight a good amount of battles, probably not all of them, especially if it's really one-sided, but I do want to show off the battles because that's really why we're here, isn't it?
Vampire with a nose versus vampire without a nose.
Our superior sense of smell will be the key to victory in this battle. So for early game vampire armies, I usually do just like front line of skeletons. I'm gonna stick my zombies in the middle just to kind of like throw them into wherever fighting is hardest as a throng. I'll show you the details on these guys. So crypt ghouls. They do high damage, except against armored targets, and they also cause poison damage. They're actually one of my favorite units. They look very cool, and they're very good for wrecking medium and lightly armored infantry.
Are there any other independent races besides the human variations?
There's lots of independent dwarf holds and orc tribes. There's Bretonia, which has several independent like kingdoms and duchies within it. I was looking to see if they have cavalry, but this is such a crappy
Dieter
army.
the Stickler, is that a name that really inspires fear? I always
He's a
wonder
stickler.
how these guys get these names. It's
No, you guys need to munch the brains this way. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a stickler about that.
I
Yeah.
dub thee the Stickler.
Yeah.
That's almost an insult if your lord puts that name on you.
So the
No wonder he sent him out to fight us. It's like, hey,
Yeah,
we could
yeah.
maybe get rid of the Stickler here.
Yeah, he's not working out is kind of what I'm seeing happen. So we're just gonna I'm gonna use these bats to lock down their dire wolves because those guys can deal some damage if they get in for a good flank. They also have vanguard deployment, so they can. I've had maps where I had like 8 units of dire wolves, and I just deployed them to either side of the enemy army and completely overwhelmed it, which is lots of fun. And then I'm going to try to use this guy to break the flank. And then we're going to take Manfred and do hero versus hero.
Back Manfred von Karstein against the Stickler.
Forgot to send in my crypt ghouls. I do pause a lot during battles. Again, I'm not an expert like, you know, Heir of Carthage or Lionheart level Total War player, so here come my bats. And I don't know if they'll win, but they will at least tie the dire wolves down.
It looks like that initial swoop went fairly well for him to me.
Yeah. And this guy will do just fine on his own against shock infantry. You wouldn't want to charge him into spears or pikes by himself because they do bonus damage versus large. But a single Vargulf against low tier shock infantry is a pretty safe matchup. Now that
And they're breaking formation to go after the beast.
yeah, so I'm gonna pull him off here.
He already did his job.
Use him to help clean up the dire wolves, and then these guys will be out of position by the time we
Completely. That was
infantry.
a dumb tactical decision.
Spirit Leech on their hero. Again, it's a good single target spell that will just drain his health over time.
Can if we put our hero on a drake or horse or something or whatever, can they dismount, fight on foot after?
I will have to try to see if that's possible.
We'll give that a shot.
I have not actually looked to see if that is a thing. Yeah, when we get a mount for one of our heroes, I will definitely check into that. Yeah, this guy is gonna be like one of our mainstays for this army going forward. I hope we can get some good veterancy on him and keep him around for a long time. The bats are almost dead, so I should probably pull them out before they're completely dead, just so they'll recover.
Save the unit. The battle's won.
Yeah, recover a little bit better. I mean, it is pretty much over. I haven't been using my Master of the Black Arts. 3 power recharge rates. I'll get him some more combat-focused abilities as soon as I can. Well, this isn't exactly how I would have run the battle. You know, I'm a stickler.
And
if it were up to me, I would have.
This is why your leader sent you to your death.
Yeah, the stickler got stuck. He is, he's not coming back from that, I don't think. Although he is a vampire, so you never know.
It's a decisive victory.
By some, we lost 91, and they lost everything. So
that's a wipe.
Yep, that is a wipe. It wasn't. It's not really meant to be a fair fight. I mean, you're supposed to win these initial things. So the choices we have, we can return the captives, which gives us money, but lowers our replenishment rate. We can murder them, which will give plus leadership to this army for 5 turns. Or we can dominate them, which is what I usually do, which means our dark magic takes over their dark magic. Or in the case of humans, I assume we kill them and bring them back from the dead.
How many zombies would it take to beat a Marvel? So many.
I don't know, yeah, we could test that in a custom battle. I don't even know if 2 or 3 full units of zombies would take out a Marvel, because they just don't do a lot of damage. They're really there to just hold the line. So we won that quest, we killed the stickler.
Eschen is vulnerable to attack.
It is vulnerable to attack.
Seize it from the enemy to open a new front to the north.
So we're going to go ahead and march on up there and get ready to take that. Manfred also gained a level. So what I'm going to do with him, I think, is focus mostly on his melee tree to start with.
Because we're basically using him as a hero.
Yeah, he becomes so dangerous when you get. I'll go through his tree here. So, yeah, so he has a passive. He gains a passive ability that gives him regeneration, basically, and then a minor healing augment as well. Charge bonus, armor +3, which
awesome.
Eventually gets up to +15, which makes him borderline unkillable by anything but an armor-piercing unit or a wizard. Melee defense can go all the way up to +9, and then melee attack up to +9. Then we unlock Bloodlust, which +20 armor-piercing damage. Can't argue with that. And then we'll show some of the higher tier stuff. But then he has the Invocation of Nehek tree is like a self-buff kind of tree, and then the Spirit Leech is more of his like damaging abilities, roughly anyway. This is his like morale boosting, making my troops better tree, and then down here the one that I usually don't use is like a bunch of campaign buffs. So usually what I do is I take my legendary lords straight down the personal combat tree, and then once we get some other lords in our army, some other generals, I kind of split them up between melee, magic, and morale abilities.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yeah. I don't think we have any equipment we can put on him yet. But eventually we will get some equipment that we can add to make him even better.
As you can see, some sort of MERP elements going on, which is awesome.
Surprise final event. There is an event chain with Chaos that we will hopefully get to see. By the way, since I'm in an enemy province and I would like to have a little bit more strength before I attack this place, I can actually raise dead, and which dead are available to raise is partially dependent on how many people have died in this province recently.
Pretty cool.
So if you have a big battle where you kill a bunch of people, you might be able to raise some higher tier troops.
Obliterate.
This one I'll just auto-resolve. If it's over 75% in our favor, I'm
There's
just
no
gonna
point
auto. I
wasting
mean,
the time.
we'll take more casualties
hurt a little bit,
than we would
but,
if I commanded it personally, but I'm not too worried. We're gonna occupy it for the unit replenishment. So we now have our second settlement.
What do you want?
And we got a ward save. Those of you familiar with the tabletop, ward saves are really good in the Warhammer universe.
The taint of undeath is spread by your
Right,
conquest.
so I need to own 4 settlements to resurrect.
Reports are
my
coming
base of
in of
power.
a living expeditionary force close to your territory, my
And
lord.
we have a quest battle.
Such a threat
Battle of
cannot be
Hellfen.
tolerated. Show them that you are master of these lands. Once again.
We'll go do that real quick before we do anything else. Might as well. Actually, I'm gonna keep these guys in the city
To replenish.
for the extra replenishment for this turn. And
Do we know if raising higher tier units is tied to research, or if we need building requirements to recruit that unit?
So to build them in a city, you need the appropriate research. But to raise them from the battlefield, you don't need any specific things on the tech tree unlocked. I'm gonna start with. I think I'm gonna do attack, armor, defense in that order,
Probably a pretty good
Yeah.
call.
because I'm not too worried about him dying.
In the
at this
early
point.
game, he's probably not under a lot of threat.
No. Okay, so first we'll check and see if we can build anything, and then I'll go ahead and end the turn.
So we
Looks
we
like
faced
we
the
can.
Stickler. I'm wondering if what's next? The Nagger, the
Yeah.
Henpecker.
How's our corruption doing in this province? It is at 100% and it's not decaying, so we don't really need to worry about that. We should repair these buildings in Eschen. Yeah. So the vampiric corruption, there's actually a building chain that spreads.
Prismax Evan wants you to explain the ward save in this game. Is it
Oh,
basically
yeah, I'll-
10% chance to avoid damage altogether?
I believe that's how it works. Let me double check. So, yeah, he has. Yeah, any type of damage is reduced by that amount. So it's not exactly like in the tabletop where it's just a chance to ignore damage, but all damage, no matter what, armor-piercing
Rival
magic,
power comes to
doesn't
parley,
matter, reduced by
demanding a
10%.
change in your mutual relations.
So Templehoff wants a peace treaty.
Consider their
Screw
offer.
that. Not gonna happen.
we don't do
the
peace.
dead may
No.
be summoned to your will, my lord.
And now he's telling me about something I already did. And we're gonna do a quest battle.
Thank you for the please. We respond very well to that.
Yeah. So, fight battle against some of the living folk that we hear so much about.
Yeah. Hans,
Yep.
as it were. Just Hans.
Yeah.
Nothing else, just Hans. One word. Like share.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just Hans.
Hans. Mein Name ist Hans.
Arise, grave bow. I command thee to attend. Franz, the son of whores and tumorous burgomeisters, thinks the crown is his,
Bürgermeisters,
but the
not the
house
Bürgermeisters.
of the Reichland electors is tainted. As the last great
Okay,
I
so
think we might go to
Manfred-
Burgermeister for
I
lunch. That
claim
actually
to
sounds pretty good right now.
I should be emperor.
Manfred needs to work on his shit talking just a little bit. He's a
Bring my
badass in every other
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Oh, my minions.
No
Reap
Franz
death.
yet. Hans Franz, that would be an interesting twist. If he turned out that Hans was actually Hans Franz and he was the bastard son of Emperor Karl Franz. I mean, we were going to kill him anyway, so wouldn't
Off
be
to
like...
show the ladies his bulges.
That looks like pretty good.
Why is he giving a speech to a bunch of zombies? We have
Yeah.
no flipping idea.
They're just like...
Yeah. All right. Which translates in zombie subtitles to, do you feel inspired? I don't know if I'm capable of that emotion.
I'm not sure what that even means. Yeah, let's again put my zombies in the middle because I usually just throw them into battle to tie things down unless I need him to hold the line, which I really don't.
The bats need inspiration.
Yeah. It's hard to be a bat and just... I'm actually not going to use my bats because I want them to actually replenish, so I'm just going to keep them in reserve.
No bats, guys.
Just going to keep them in reserve for now. Pause. Okay. Show them that the night is dark and full of shadows. We're just going to do a hard group charge there. I'm going to move these guys kind of over here to try to keep their cavalry from getting around my flanks. These guys I'm going to try to flank this way with. And yeah, these opening battles will... Oh, I forgot about my Vargolf. Yeah, he should probably...
Let him just go wreck shit.
Move-
what he do.
Move him up in the trees here and have another screen of spearmen. Alright. Everybody have orders? No, my zombies don't have orders. Hard group, charge the center. And Manfred, go after Hans!
Pausing in a battle, what a scrub. We made no assertions.
I am not a master Total War player. I am an experienced Total War player who plays for fun and is not.
That was disclaimed earlier.
I make no claim that I am one of the best Total War players.
As I put it yesterday on Twitter, we're showing off the game, not our abilities.
I am a fully admitted RP Care Bear scrub. Oh, I think I got a new spell now. So I have Lure of Death and Lure of Vampires. Oh yeah, Invocation of the Heck, which is basically a unit replenishment thing. We're gonna Soul Leech this guy. Hans! Mein soul is being leeched.
Yeah, boy.
Spirit! I'm sorry, not soul. Yeah, he's gonna go down super quick. Oh my god, look at that.
Van Helsing, Hans is not.
No, he is no Helsing. I should be paying attention to my other units. I don't know where his cavalry ended up.
It's somewhere. It's all good. That'd be a great time
Did
to
his
flank.
cavalry end up? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be a great time to flank.
Yeah, we're gonna not let these guys run away. And there's cavalry charging uphill into my spear line. Okay, he thought better of that.
He thought better.
He's like, maybe that's not the best idea.
So we'll just charge downhill and
Actually, I'm gonna send my crypt horrors after their ranged units. I should do the same with my Vargol.
the no missile units is a bit of a pain. It's one of the drawbacks to playing something so fun.
But like units like Vargolfs and Cryptors can chase down missile units because they have higher base speed than footmen do, so it's not too bad. Is their lord dead? I think he probably is. So let's just refocus all these guys onto... Oh no, he's still barely alive. I mean, not for long.
Hans is clinging to life, yeah. Maybe it did not last very long.
The legacy of Hans has ended! Alright, yeah, they're not gonna last long after that. Vargolf is just chilling. He's like, well, we won, so, like, what do you want me to do? Like, am I getting paid overtime for this, or...
Fine, I guess I could go smash them.
I'm not really hungry anymore. Anyway,
R.I.P. Hans, indeed.